Deep within the freezing and treacherous waters of the Persian Gulf, 1988, a lethal predator was hiding beneath the waves. This wasn't a high-tech missile or a torpedo. It was a rusty, primitive iron ball that dared to challenge a global superpower. The pride of the U.S. Navy, the USS Samuel B. Roberts, was on a routine mission, unaware that death was floating directly beneath its hull. A massive explosion shattered the silence of the sea, tearing through the steel hull and flooding the ship with fire and seawater. Chaos erupted on deck as sailors fought through smoke and flames to save their sinking ship from the grip of the ocean. When the news reached Washington, a wave of fury hit the White House, and the president ordered a devastating retaliation. In the U.S. command centers, maps were being redrawn. This wasn't just revenge. It was about showing who truly ruled the seas. The deadliest ships of the American fleet were now on the move, cutting through the waves with a singular, lethal purpose. At precisely 8 a.m., the ocean's eerie silence was shattered as American naval guns slowly turned, locking onto their first strategic targets. These were no ordinary oil platforms. They served as fortified outposts for Iranian forces, actively monitoring U.S. naval movements. The order was given. With a single press of a button, a wave of destruction was unleashed that Iran had never anticipated. Massive shells roared from the cannons, transforming the sky with blinding flashes. Each round carried tons of explosive power and a clear message of retribution. The initial barrage tore through Iranian defenses as steel structures crumbled like sandcastles, plunging into the turbulent waters below. Thermal cameras confirmed the platform was a white, hot inferno, a stark testament to American naval might, turning defiance into ash. Flying low over the inferno, U.S. helicopters confirmed total destruction. Yet, this was merely the prelude to a much larger confrontation. Iranian speedboats attempted a desperate counterattack, but evading American radar systems. And advanced targeting was now an impossible task. In the American command center, experts were already locking onto the next primary targets as the naval conflict prepared to escalate dramatically. The silence of the morning evaporated as heavy ordnance began to scream across the Gulf, marking the point of no return. A billion-dollar infrastructure began its slow descent into the depths of the Gulf. But the enemy was not yet silent. Even as their bases crumbled, the call to escalate was answered with fire. Thermal imaging captured a hellish landscape where there was once industry, There was now only a white, hot inferno. Defiance remained in the smoke, small, agile, and desperate. The remnants of the fleet began their final, fatal push. The stage was set. Naval supremacy had been asserted, but the true battle for the Gulf was only just beginning. Defiance took the form of the Joshan, a fast attack craft, charging into the heart of a storm it could not hope to survive. In a desperate act of resistance, the Joshan launched a harpoon missile, a lethal messenger, carrying the hopes of a cornered navy.
Hostile lock confirmed. Launching chaff. Chaff away. Cloud expanding. Vampire inbound, bearing 270, deploying countermeasures. Chaff away. Cloud expanding.
The Joshan was shattered, its defiance silenced by a thunderous roar of American steel. But the battle was not over. The Sahand, a larger and more powerful frigate, moved into the fray.
The pride of the Iranian fleet was now a hollow shell, destined for the bottom of the Persian Gulf. All targets neutralized. Fleet is clear, heading home.
The climax of the war had reached its peak. American dominance was absolute, and the Persian Gulf belonged to the